Collective. Spirit says now that you've closed out these cycles, you have a bunch of people trying to dig up dirt on you. These are people that really want a reason to say that you deserve to be bound to old contracts, old cycles. But what they're finding is nothing. Now, these are people that are committed. I will say that. I saw them in the spirit realm, okay? They are committed to finding something wrong, but something has been going on for far too long and time is up. Divine intervention is here. Like it or not, the divine is raising the collective to new promises, new oaths, out with the old permanently and in with a brand new cycle, which is requiring a new version of yourself. Welcome to Spiritual Court TV. Listen, if you're new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back, Soul Tribe family. There's a lot going on. Abusive nature. These are people that have a certain spiritual ranking and or power to go into spiritual court and to pull people's Akashic records. It's a very special group of people, spiritual investigators. Some of them are also designated spiritual police. So they police the ethers. They are watchers. They can actually see spirits, shadows. They can tap into portals. They can see. Some of them have clairaudient abilities where they can even tap into conversations. So as this collective is ascending, these people are like, well, wait a minute, hold up. Let me check your Akashic records. And you're like, no, my Akashic records have already been decided. I'm here on behalf of the Most High God, and somebody took it upon themselves to use their rank and their position to dig into your record. So this is what we got going on right now. You got people that see that you have no karmic debt. So what they're doing is they're using old, outdated tactics, or so they thought, abusing their position and their know-how and their rank. In order to get to this level, you got to pass this group of spiritual police. You got to pass the spiritual rebels, spiritual investigators. These are people that know how to open up the doors. These are gatekeepers, okay? So now that our past lives are under investigation, these people are mad because they got to get out of our way. They can't find anything. But see, in digging in our past and trying to find something that's wrong with the collective, when the divine is saying that the stamp of approval has come down from the highest space, now these people are digging and they're finding out that their rank has been deranked and that they took a chance abusing their power. Some of these people were so focused on finding dirt on you. I mean, they went through every Akashic record. They opened up every door because that was their authority. Was the key word. After being told that you deserve to go through this rites of passage and go through this next portal. Let's get into it. Holy Spirit, beautiful angel, spiritual court is now in session. Somebody's name could be Cecily Tyson. I don't know why I heard Ceci. That came off so easily. Rolled off my tongue like honey. Ceci. I don't know. Somebody's name could be Ceci or Sissy. Like you call somebody's sister, Sissy. Okay, so you moved on, okay? Unbothered, self-love, travel, child, and moving on. And somebody doesn't like this. Moving on represents a next level. It represents you being guided by the spirit, something about self-love. So this is mastering self-love, and something about you not being touched and unbothered. So you're moving forward fearlessly, okay, with child energy. This child energy could represent that you are a child of the universe. You have absolutely every right to move to the next level. You have every right to be here, just as the stars are in the presence of the galaxy. You got every right to be here. You're coming out very innocently in a childlike state. You could be catering to your inner child in this unbothered energy. Self-love is very colorful. Maybe you're dancing. Maybe you're being goofy. Maybe you're just, not adulting when you don't need to adult, right? It's okay to just be in your childlike state of energy. And this is what I see. And these people are mad about it. Spiritual investigators, they went digging and they're giving you the evil eye because they got to get out of your way and let you pass by. But they can't go to the next level where you're going. This is why they were digging so deep. It's karmic feminines here that were abusing their power. Twice as deep, cold last level. Somebody did something. Somebody is a rebel. Somebody was talking to the devil. Somebody wanted complete and total destruction and they ended up destroying themselves. This is what happens when you get too preoccupied with other people, their life, what they got going on, and you're so focused on destroying them that you end up destroying yourself. This is self destruction. These are people that have the gift of sight, meaning they are watchers. They can see into certain realms. They can clairaudiently hear. I don't care if the conversation is going on a million miles away. They have the ability to channel very powerful cerebral energy. This is how they're able to gain access to the Akashic records. Well, unbeknownst to them, they were walking into what appears to be a test that they are failing. Okay, clarify these spiritual police, digging in the dirt, trying to figure out why do you get to go to the next level? What's so special about you? And here's what they're finding, that you've healed successfully. Some of them have egg on their face. Some of them did a truth spell for you to speak your truth because they wanted to know, well, what did you go through? Why do you deserve to be here? This is my authority. This is how they see it. I'm the one that stands at this door. And if you make it past me, that means you got a lot of spiritual protection. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I protect this next level. Now, some of these people had good intentions, and some of them just got way too into the job. You know, it's like, you're going too far. Like, I keep passing spiritual clearance and you keep trying to give me a hard time. What is your problem? What is your problem? Yeah, I just heard Spirit say, you were about to lose your job. You were about to lose your job. Get this spiritual work. You were about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. And you're digging for nothing. And you didn't find nothing. What you found was that somebody is a healer and that they've successfully closed out these contracts. Listen, these are very rare occurrences, collective. I need you to know that you're a very special, peculiar group of people. Everybody can't do this in a lifetime. For some of you, it took you a whole bunch of lifetimes. Like, damn, I've been here a whole bunch of times. Can I master this level? Can I do something different other than what you're calculating, something new up under the sun? Because the Akashic records is old, outdated, dead bodies. Everything is dead in the Akashic record. It is nothing new about who you are and where you're going. It is not predicated on you graduating to the next level. So let them dig. Somebody's digging themselves a ditch, and somebody lost their job as a spiritual police, as a spiritual watcher. Clarify this karmic feminine. They took it upon themselves to come up against you because they know that at this level, you got a lot of blessings coming in. To get to this level and heal from all that has happened to you, taking those swords out of your back, out your side, out your eye, out your throat, off your mouth, you know the swords. You know you have to walk through fire, walk through hell several times, over and over. They wanted you to start over. They couldn't find anything, so they have to get out of your way. You're being rewarded by the universe because you're somebody that deserves this position, collective. Something about being deserving, that in itself is an energy that everybody should walk into or feel. Yeah, you're no longer bound to any karmic contracts by way of your bloodline. Somebody's digging though. Somebody's on their job, but they already lost their job because they're headed for self-destruction. You got a divine being who had the potential with gifts that abuse their power because they've never been able to not stop somebody from going to the next level. If they go into your Akashic records, this karmic feminine, this witch, this person with these special powers, then you're not going to make it to the next level. They've never met anybody that's just made it to the next level that didn't have any mother wounds, father wounds, sister wounds, baby daddy wounds, baby mama wounds, da, 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 whatever. So they're shocked. They got to get out of your way with bondage in the reverse. You're not going to be bound to your past and anything that's in your record when your record has been satisfied by way of the contracts that you had to adhere to. This person put themselves, excuse me, in the same path of destruction that they were planning for you. They had anticipated that if I pull everything up out of you, I mean, I'm gonna pull you up out of your body. I'm gonna separate you, divide you, slice you, dice you. I'm gonna find your worst fears. And you're gonna see those shadows around you, and they're gonna trigger you, and you're gonna reveal to us who you are and whether or not you deserve to be at this next level. This is what Spirit just said, but they ended up destroying themselves. Somebody ended up destroying themselves. You got imprisonment. It came up in the reverse. This person was planning for you to go to spiritual jail. Why? Because their record of being a spiritual police, a spiritual, why did I hear dictatorship, precedes them. They blocked a lot of people from the next level because they've come across people that couldn't be well with their shadows. And you just sitting up here looking, and somebody's waiting on this energy of expectation to assure that you're going to be in this energy of imprisonment. This is a spiritual police. I guess you could consider this person to be a devil at the level that you're trying to pass. So they stood in the way, and now they're being taken out by some type of tornado, imprisonment, spiritual jail. Somebody put themselves in spiritual jail. Yeah, this shit backfired. Spirit says you're coming out with self-love, peace, love, unbothered. Somebody's like, nobody's that nice. This is somebody that's like, why are you being so nice? Right? And that's okay. People can feel that way. But your loving energy is real. It's not fake. You're coming up and you are who you say that you are. You are what you represent. But when they went into your Akashic records and they saw what people did to you, this then put them in an energy of like, oh my God. And it revealed to them just how mentally and emotionally unstable they were. Somebody went into your Akashic records and they saw themselves in a very unfavorable way, abusing their power. Clarify, Holy Spirit, what else is going on? And they're blocked. They can't stop you. They tried to block you, stop you, drop you. You didn't surpass the level. Now they stuck with a tornado at the level that they tried to stop you. This person lost their job, which means they possibly lost their gifts as well. As a seer, as a spiritual police, they're supposed to police the ethers. They're supposed to do the right thing. They can see spirits. They can see people's past. They can see people's shadows. Somebody was very annoying, okay? There's a little gnat that just came out of nowhere, very annoying. Somebody was poking the bear. They wanted to see, I'm pulling everything up out of you, this person said. And now everything's being pulled up out of them. And they're not taking it so well. This is somebody that was headed for success, meaning they're supposed to use their gifts to help the collective, okay? This is what happens when you let your ego talk you out of being a servant to the divine, a servant to humanity with great humility because of the divine, not people, not places, not things, not money. Definitely not money. You're a healer. Whoever this spiritual police is, who had a very bright spiritual future, they're now in this mentally unstable energy, and only the divine knows how long they have to stay in spiritual jail. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. Something is fair, something is in order, something is falling into order. Imprisonment, karmic feminine, no access, block, mentally, emotionally unstable, destruction, and this bondage that they had planned for you is now something that they're bound to. Now this person's like, oh my God. They even went into the Akashic records of your family, your bloodline, being very spiritually nosy and invasive. And somebody's like, It's like somebody standing at the door with a checklist. You're healed. Self-love. Unbothered. Your inner child is well. Your inner child is free. It's got to be something on you. I call judgment on you. Bring your ass into spiritual court. So you're like, what? Okay, that's what's up, man. Collective was like, okay, let's go. Pack a bag. We're going to spiritual court. We're going to spiritual court. Oh, Mario, we're going to spiritual court. We're going to spiritual court. If you didn't have a ride, you hitched a ride, you got an Uber, you was like, oh, I gotta go. People are like, oh, where you going? You're like, oh, I'm going to spiritual court. What? You? Really? Yeah. One of the gatekeepers, they called judgment down on me. In spiritual court, they said that I'm fake, I'm phony, I'm this, I'm that. So I'm like, all right. So here I am in spiritual court. If they ask me to testify, then I will. This is you, collective. If they ask me to testify, I will. It's all good. You saw in this person what they didn't want to see in themselves. And now it's their turn. So now they have gatekeepers that are putting them in spiritual jail. Now they have to look at themselves and say, well, what's wrong with me that I went digging beyond the job description? I went digging into the Akashics, because for them to see your shadows, that's their gift. Now, the thing about seeing somebody's pain, you can make them bitter or better, or you can take full advantage of what they've gone through and inflict pain. These are gatekeeper children, and somebody abused their power. And so now they get a double penalty, because they know better. Mercy and grace is when you don't know better. But somebody knew the rules. They went digging, and when they couldn't find nothing, they got mad. Now they don't know what to do. Well, they got plenty of time to think about it because hell is low. Somebody got bumped down a couple of notches. You know, they say, oh, I'm going to humble you. That's what this person intended to do. And now the universe is humbling them. Hell is low. They got dropped down. Somebody got demoted, or they completely lost their spiritual job. Because I keep hearing, you about to lose your job. Are you about to lose your job? Somebody was a spiritual boss, a spiritual leader in the ethers. This is their gift. They can see spirits, hear spirits. They can see shadows. They can read souls. That's a gift. Clairaudiently too. They can hear from thousands of miles away. They can project energy from thousands of miles away. That's a spiritual gift that they have, but they abused it. They sent you destruction. They tried to open up a door in your past to see if you were going to navigate through it again. And the creator is like, why is this door open? Well, this person's Akashic records. The spirit is like, no, they don't have to go through this no more. They've been through this already. This person has successfully moved to this level. I, the creator, am divining for them. I'm intervening for them. That's when all the gods in the universe go quiet. You can't call on Shango. Shango. Yeah, Maya. ¿Qué le pasa, caridad? Que santo la quererá. Called out to the gods. Oh my God, we got a toda la negrita. Wanted to know, why are you getting caridad? Why are you getting charity? What is going on? Why you? Why you? This is what happens when people's rank go to their head. Don't let it go to your head. You're not a boss. You're not outranking. You are a servant to the divine. If you're not here to be obedient to the divine, then you're going to find every reason for people that need to cross your line, and you ended your punk ass up in spiritual hell, didn't you? Reliving the cycle. Now you're trying to figure out what, when, why, and where. That's you. Now your demons are being pulled up out of you. Everything's been pulled up out of you. Because how you let things get ahead of you. Now this person wants your sympathy. They want to apologize. They want your sympathy. They want your empathy. Because why? When they went into your shadows, they saw everything you went through. And they're like, oh my. They cried. They saw your pain. Not only that, Creator made them feel it. Since they wanted to dig and stop you from getting to the next level because of their rank, because of their authority, and they're the ones that's standing at this door, and you got to get through them because the Most High God put them there, which is correct. They said, oh my God, not only did they see what you went through, they now can feel what you went through. And remember, it's a double penalty. Because Creator said you weren't supposed to be going through this again. You had already been through it. Somebody's like, shit, you're not getting to the next level. Oh, love. Oh, you love and light. It's always love, y'all. Love drives demonic people who don't know they're demonic crazy. Pure love is always open. When I'm in the presence of pure love and I run into people that are pure love, I've seen people in passing. Literally, I'm not even kidding. Out and about in the store. Oh my God, I love your hair. I'm like, oh my God, I like your dress. They're like, love you. I'm like, love you. And we go about our way. Pure love. Pure. Literally, I go out and I tell people, I love you. And they don't hesitate. This is how I know the spirit is so pure. The divine is still real. Not that we doubt it, but it's nice to see people that carry this genuine energy. And they don't hesitate. They immediately say, I love you too. And we just both go our different ways. Even if I never see them again, we had our encounter, we satisfied our contract. We had a contract, we did it in love. Just like that. I always get people that say, have a blessed day. Man, that pure love will get them all the time. But whoever this person is that abused their power, Spirit is merely revealing to them that they ain't the cats meow and the dogs bow wow and the mother freaking gatekeepers. Sit your ass down. Spiritual stenographer taking notes, trying to rearrange somebody's records. You were so focused on finding some dirt that you ended up finding yourself dirty. Ooh, in spiritual hell, deranked, debunked, depowered. Lord have mercy. This is, listen, at these spiritual levels, 2020, see your way, 2020 vision. You have clear vision about what you're doing, because this is another unfortunate case of somebody that now has to go back to a karmic cycle. So says the creator. They can't argue in spiritual court because they were supposed to use their authority in a very mature way. This is not just an older woman. This means in the spirit. And you trigger somebody and they demoted themselves instantly when they couldn't find anything. They then became a karmic. When they decided to create some type of destruction for you to make you relive a cycle that you had already completed, playing God and trying to change fate is the best way to lose your position, your gifts, your jobs, and everything. I seen a karmic feminine that tried to attack somebody that was really high ranked. I saw it from a distance and I was like, man, spirit revealed to me what was going to happen, the outcome. And I said, dang, this karmic feminine, she ended up losing her gift. She could not read the cards. She wasn't getting no downloads. I'm like, oh my God. I'm talking gifted, talented, smart, ego. Why? Because they run into versions of themselves. If somebody comes along with all this self-love and you immediately throw hate at them to test the spirit, and then their peace returns to them, but your hate returns to you, then that means that you still have something within you that the creator is saying, yeah, this was your test. As much as I put you at this level to make sure that people are ready to go past this portal, you failed your job. This was really your test. Creator sent this person a test. And a lot of people don't think that creator sends tests, but it says in the promises, like, be careful. You don't know when you're entertaining an angel. You don't know when you're entertaining somebody that might look like they don't outrank you. Because the fact of the matter is, you had already successfully passed this gatekeeper. It was them trying to pull you back. You're somebody that talks directly to the divine. Your gifts are needed. So something that you have that this person couldn't see. And now they're sitting up looking crazy because they did death magic over you. They tried to attach an entity out of jealousy. Jealousy and envy. You cannot hold a position in a righteous kingdom dibbling and dabbling back into your karmic side, and then you want to be a spiritual police and an investigator. Somebody got so focused on destroying you that what they created was a dark entity, a force that now has them bound to spiritual jail. They did death magic. They wanted to know, I want to know, I want your pain, I want your problems, I want your emotional instabilities, I want your mental unstable energies. What did you have to go through? I want your destruction. And Spirit says, so mote it be. So since you want that from collective, you can have it. We don't need the Akashic anymore. Keep it. It's a gift. Here you go. Good luck. Be strong. I was. You done went out here and lost your job. You done went out here and lost your job. Emotional pain. Now they crying in the ethers in spiritual court, unstable. Most high in spiritual jail. Please, can I testify? We like, go on and sit your punk ass down. Look at the binding, shutting that person up with destruction. Yeah, they messed up. So what happens when you abuse your power? It's the easiest way to lose your position. And let me be honest, as much as I'm enjoying telling this story, I don't want this for my worst enemy. I don't have any enemies though. Not that I know of, but I hate this for them, whoever they are. There's a lesson in this. Hopefully everybody got something out of it. Give this a thumbs up. I'm coming back with more readings, okay? If this resonated, please like, love, share, subscribe, comment. I love y'all so much. And I'm coming back with more readings here at Spiritual Court TV. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.